Only on 2 tonight, Utah has a list of victims most people never knew existed. Newborn babies found dead and abandoned.
Investigators call them Baby Doe cold cases, and some go back more than a century. Our Jim Spiewak is investigating why these cases are being looked at now, decades later.
The Doe Network, which helps build these cases, knows of about 80 Baby Doe cases here in Utah. Once there is enough background information that's been gathered, the Doe Network then forwards all of that onto law enforcement to begin their investigation. And as of right now, Utah law enforcement has 11 cases with enough information to start actively working. How do you even begin to investigate what happened to a human being that on paper never existed? To help understand that, I went to possibly the one person in all of Utah who could answer that.
What I specialize in is unresolved homicide deaths.
Ben Pender is a detective in the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Cold Case Unit, and he's right now investigating 3 Baby Doe cold cases.
Unfortunately, there isn't a police report because it wasn't reported, so they were just found. And with that, you kind of have to start really at the bottom with the investigation and work your way through that.
So this is...
If DNA can be collected, it goes to the lab. If a DNA profile can be produced, genetic genealogy builds a family tree.
It's a tool. It's not the ace, right? It's not that we're going to take that and go make an arrest or go charge or go, that's just a piece of the puzzle for us.
In one of his cases, Detective Pender identified bones, but wasn't able to get enough DNA from them for now.
We are going to just kind of hold right now on that particular case. We believe technology is going to get more and more sensitive, and wait a couple of years, and then at that point we will resubmit those bones and see if we can't get enough then to continue forward with the case.
Pender reopened a 1970s case and is trying to identify where the remains are. And in his third case, he's been out twice to exhume, but was unable to find the remains.
With it being really, really difficult and the fact that some of them are so old, why go forward with all these resources and time and your effort to try to crack these specific cases?
Because we owe it to these children, we owe it to these families, we owe it to our community to be able to get some answers.
Utah's cold case database was not established until 2018, mandating all law enforcement agencies enter their cases into the system.
When I started, there was no Baby Doe cases that I was aware of, and then when I had cases sent over to me from the Doe Network, I kind of opened up my eyes. I'm like, why are these cases, just out there and they're not being put into the database?
Motives of why these babies were discarded are not known, but stigma, fear, and pressure may have played a role.
From what I can see, it could be something religiously, stigma, I'm too young, what are my parents going to think, I'm not ready to be a mother, all those kinds of things. And some of them, I would assume, were like a last moment, spur of a moment decision. They were scared.
Cold case homicide analyst Kathy McKay believes someone, somewhere, often knows more than they say.
Someone has to know that these mothers were pregnant, and all of a sudden there's no baby, so where are people asking questions? I feel like family members, friends, associates, someone has to know that something happened to that baby. And I don't know why no one asked questions.
The public can help by submitting DNA to national databases, which will give investigators something to compare against the remains that they find. Tomorrow, in the second part of my investigation, I'm going to walk you through the medical examiner's role in cracking Baby Doe cases and why determining a homicide has occurred is so difficult and so important.